All right, so I'm in the same sweatshirt as as episode one. Got to do it back to back, you know. Figured I probably won't film the next one, so let's just go ahead and get episode two out of the way. So here's just a little bit about why I'm making this series. So for me, I think most startup content starts a little bit late in the journey when the hard part's already over. So usually in the morning, I walk 3-4 miles. No, I know nobody cares, but while I'm walking, I listen to different podcasts and things of that nature. It takes about maybe 45 minutes or an hour to walk. Always listening to something interesting there. But usually by the time these people get on these podcasts or this information is readily available, the hard part's already done from the startup perspective. The product already works. The numbers look good. They have a bunch of employees. And then the story makes perfect sense in hindsight. They're like, yeah, we just did this and it worked, and now we got 40 employees. So really, I just wanted to make this series before any of that's happened. Again, as I listen to this content, a lot of it, the plane is already in the air, which is great. It's motivational, it's exciting. But I feel like there has to be a series when there's more uncertainty. You don't know if it's going to get to the area that you said, hey, we're trying to reach 1 million MRR, and right now we're pre-revenue, just for more context. So for me, I think there's a lot of humility and excitement in bringing you guys along on the journey of seeing the uncertainty. So maybe this is a series of a bunch of highlights, could be a series of a lot of L's, who knows, but we can go on that year-long journey together. So, for me right now, the early decisions won't necessarily look smart yet. We're making them in quasi-real time. As we're starting a company and have some proprietary things about the organization, I can't necessarily say, hey, it's in real time today and put out a video. But as real time as I can get. And we'll be looking to launch this January 1st, 2026, and go from January 1st to December 31st of 2026. So what we're going to look to capture is just those moments when I'm really not sure, or the world is not sure if you're building something meaningful and what that's going to be long term. So, part of this is to continue to hold myself accountable. I know what I feel like I can build organization-wise. So documenting the process will just be a fun journey for me, answer questions, build a little bit of a community about it. And then, as I talked about in the last video, having an opportunity to donate money to a charity of this community's choosing, and bringing on some people who follow this story from the beginning. So that'd be an awesome thing to do as well. So for me, the main reason why I'm doing this publicly, I just didn't want to wait until things started going well. Maybe they never do, but on the off chance that it does happen, I think that it's best to start documenting all that stuff right now. So it's not to teach, it's not to perform. This series is really just to document what's happening, the journey, the highs, the lows, everything. I'm a pretty even keel kind of guy, so maybe the highs are there, the lows are there. They're not going to be a big, but bear with me. So yeah, this is just the content that I've been looking for years and have never been able to find. So excited to put this out there for people who care. Just a little bit of a quick background. I and the team, we're building products to help people. I'll tell a little bit about the organization and how we got to that in maybe a later episode, just because, we can dive into that in a little bit. But the general premise is just looking to help people. And so I'll talk about what that means and why the organization was founded, what space it's in. But I think there's value in sharing just how we think, the trade-offs that we make in day-to-day decisions, the doubts, and just the discipline that it takes to keep going when there's not a signal quite yet of success. So how do you show up every day, build an organization, have that long-term vision, but also tie that into daily tasks that need to be done every day to move the organization forward? My hope is that these videos help someone who can feel less alone in their journey of starting an organization or a business of any kind, whether it's a physical product, digital product, service, whatever it may be. Just hoping that they can watch this series, get inspired, get some ideas, hit me up in the comments, whatever that may be, bounce some questions off of me, and learn where they can. I'm by no means an expert. I know a few things, and hopefully people find that valuable. There's also more of like a personal reason I feel like that I'm doing this. And, I am old now, but someday when I'm older and, I really want to be able to look back on this and say, this is what excited me every day, inspired me. It's what scared me, and, can tell the I can tell the grandkids, it's so important to choose to do something difficult instead of something comfortable. That's something that I would want my future kids to know, future grandkids to know. It's not always about the outcome. It's about the effort, the curiosity, the learning, and just the daily belief that doing hard things is worth it, even if the result isn't guaranteed. So really quickly, what this series stands for, it isn't about success. It's not about just trying. It's about building an organization with intention. It's about leaving a record of who we are, what we believe in, while we're trying to figure these things out in as much real time as we can. So if this is something that you care about, you're welcome to follow along. The next episode, I'll talk a little bit about how the company started before there was a product, before there was a name, or even a clear plan. So, I'll see you there.